and welcome to Locajano podcast on how to grow your law firm. So today we are here to address the issue that many lawyers and law firms actually face in a tough competitive legal market. That is how to grow their law firm. So to address this issue, we are joined by a very special guest today, Mr. Vishal Subhas. He is the founder of LawFirm Lift that offers dynamic tailored business coaching and consulting solutions to law firms and lawyers. So welcome to the session, Mr. Vishal.
Thank you so much, Shrishti.
So, Mr. Vishal, my first question to you is, can you briefly tell us about your inspiring journey as a founder of LawFirm Lift?
So my journey with Law Firm Lift, I'm a lawyer, so I started my legal journey just like anyone else. And I've been predominantly into private practice. I also do a lot of mediations I'm a mediator as well. How I started Law Firm Lift is because of two important reasons. Like one friend of mine who is in Bangalore, I like to collaborate and work with people. So I used to refer cases to them or kind of work to others. So he was like, Vishal, I'm going to quit my private practice because I'm married and I'm not able to earn. And this field is being very tough. And I think only senior people are able to make money, and we have to struggle at the initial stage. And with the family and a kid, I'm not able to do it. So I'm going to go back to my career. This is what the exact sentence he mentioned. So I told, okay, I'll refer you a client. Can you close it? No, Vishal, you can refer me a client, but how many times can you keep on referring a client? Sometimes it won't work, sometimes it will work. But how do I build? Was the question. And then I wanted to help him. So I told. So initially it wasn't for money, and now also it's more about passion. So I told, okay, let me help you. And so he was earning around 30,000, which was not sufficient for a family to live in Bangalore at all, and probably anywhere in India also. It depends on place. For a family with a kid, it's very hard. So that's when I asked him, and I started my trainings and coachings to him independently. So we had a one-on-one coaching, and then today is crossed more than 1.2 lakhs per month. He's so happy. So that's one reason. And one more reason was I always collaborate with people in terms of a lot of issues. Let's say I never handle criminal cases. So in case a dispute was supposed to go into a criminal side, then I try to collaborate. In that particular case, what happened? It was a property dispute, kind of a trespass that happened in Chennai. So I happened to engage a lawyer. That lawyer, what he did was try to cheat the client. So it was a client who I actually referred. He did it. He tried to cheat the client. He also tried to threaten the client, because if you don't give me, I'm going to do so and so. What happened was, see, ultimately, why he did it was for money. Correct? He did it for money. He has no other reason. He doesn't even know that person before. No other intentions. But he didn't know how to make money the right way as a lawyer. Right? And lawyers, we can't do marketing. A lot of stuffs are there. We are put into a box and we are asked to grow. Whereas other professions, like any other business, can do marketing, open marketing, they can do. But lawyers, we can't do. And I agree to it also, because it's a service profession. We can't take it generally like any other business as such. But because of which a lot of constraints have happened, and these two reasons were the primary motivation for me, because I was, as a law student also, like 8 years back, I used to make money by just referring clients. I was able to get because why I was so surprised why because people are very good in advocacy. They are good in finding a solution, but they didn't have the business acumen. Whereas I was able to do that, and that's how I thought, okay, maybe I should help lawyers. So that's where I thought, okay, this is something I think every lawyer should benefit, and I should help lawyers, and that's how LawFirm Lift was eventually born.
That was really interesting to hear. Now, my next question is why lawyers and law firms really need to invest in growth strategies in the first place?
Everybody want to grow. At the end of the day, people want to grow as a lawyer. That is the only reason they have to invest. And primarily, why that's where to invest is the right consultants, law firm consultants, and law firm coaches. Why? Because their focus area is growing that particular law firm. Because even if you will have see you would have worked with seniors, you would have worked with you work with colleagues, all that is there. But tell me one reason why will a senior want you to grow better than him, or why would your colleague who's in the same field would want to grow better than him? There is, because it's the same profession, there's a competition, right? So that's where we come in place. That's where helping, going and hand holding, literally every week we have sessions with them and we try to make them do things that are right. Because otherwise it's generally like you are in a ground and you don't know where to hit the ball, right? So you need to identify the goalpost, and the coach is necessary. See, I'll tell you a very simple example. When we start playing cricket or a football at the small age, let's say 10 years old, he has a coach, right? And same Virat Kohli and Dhoni have a coach. Do you think they don't know to play cricket and they have a coach? So the player's work is to play, and the coach's work is to make you play well. Identify. So that is why they should invest. That is predominantly one strong reason I feel. Not only every business owner, but also lawyers also, because lawyers are even more struggling, I feel. See, we have seen only 1% or 2% of the lawyers we are always talking about. Tell me how many senior lawyer advocates everybody know? 5, 10, 15, 20, right? So these are the only people you're talking about, and we are also always aspiring. But what steps and rest of the lakhs of people who are lawyers, people get into it and they actually fall behind and they quit and they go work for some company as a legal advisor or do something else. Many people I've seen, many people. It's very important to have the right mindset, know what to do. It's good to invest. It's good to invest in your growth, what to do, how to do. Clarity becomes very clear when you have the person who is actually monitoring you for your growth, right? We will have vision. We might have vision sons. There are many lawyers they don't know what is vision, what's how to go about, what is goals. They've finished law, they want to do lawyer practice, earn money, but how? No, nobody knows it. So investing in the right things are very important for anybody. Let you be a civil, you be a criminal lawyer, you be a real estate lawyer, you be a patent agent, you be an arbitrator, you be a mediator, anybody. If you don't know the right way to do, you will not. So ideally, you take the topmost advocate, senior counsel. I don't want to mention any particular name, but they also have the same time. You also have the same time, same 24 hours. Probably he also sleeps 8 hours. You also might sleep, or ideally everyone has the same. So, and one of the biggest resource we have is time. And this field requires time, knowledge more than anything else. You don't need a lavish office to make 1 crore, probably. Okay, today if you have a laptop and internet connection, you are good enough. All the resources are you have in internet. Everything, right from judgments available. Yes or no? Right? But what is lacking is you don't know what to do. You don't know how to go about. You don't know, and you are not accountable for anyone. When someone is actually monitoring your business for your growth, then you're going to, at least you have to answer that particular person. You're trying to do things, and consistently doing it is a mind-blowing thing. Significant change they wouldn't have expected. Imagine a client, one of my client, 6 months, zero clients, zero onboarding, zero, literally zero. Onboarded us. doing things, and he's like, do we have to do all these things? And then when they do it consistently, they're seeing results. They're profitable. They're first time they are profitable. Before that, they are losing out money. Then, and advocates don't keep track of what is coming in, what is going out. Hardly. I'm not talking about 1% Amarchand and they have everything in place. But 99%, rest of the 99%, what are you doing? Correct? So a lot of things. So business is the entire practice is about a lot of things. How do you establish yourself? General public don't know who's a senior counsel. Only people in the advocates, they know who's senior counsel or not. Outside, if you go, you ask who's a senior counsel, they don't know, they don't care also. Right? So if you're a young person, it's very difficult because this is a field. It's not just based on being known, but it also credibility plays a significant role for a client to turn. For a possible person who wants to onboard between A and B, when there's where there is credibility, that's where it gets usually converted 90% of the time.
Right. So you were talking about the credibility part. Now coming to the main question, like it's a very tough legal world. So how can a law firm really stand out from other law firms and differentiate itself through, like for instance, by its unique selling proposition? What do you think could be done?
Very important. Having a unique, see, 100 lawyers are there. 100 lawyers are there, and you are there. Right? Why should that particular client come to you and not the rest of the 99 is what USP is. Unique selling proposition. Why should I come to Mr. Chanchal Das and not someone else? Or why should I come to Maria and not Chanchal Das? You need, so let's say I want to get a property registered, right? And it's just for the sake of example, I'm going to take names. Let's say Ishan Sharma is handling all kinds of cases in general, and let's say Rubal is a real estate attorney. He or she does only real estate. Now I feel, because I'm going to invest so much of money, I might prefer a person who's specific in his niche, and that's his unique selling proposition, right? Why? Because see, when you do a lot of things, you get a base knowledge. Of course, I'm not saying, but when you have a unit, when you have a special expertise in particular thing, that's where the change is, because you are constantly updating about that particular field, left, right, center. You will be eventually, right? So that's where, okay, the chances of me or the opinion getting wrong is much better with the person who specialized than not. So when I ask my few of my clients, they say, I will lower the price. Reducing price is not a unique selling proposition. He's selling for 2 lakhs. He's giving 2 lakhs. If his opinion is charging 1%, A is charging 2 lakhs, and you are going to charge 1 lakh, you think that's a unique selling proposition? No. What eventually, if this is going to be the criteria it happens, then A will make it 50,000 and B will make it 25,000, and both will go bankrupt. Price is not at all a unique selling proposition. Price is not at all. What value you give? What is something? See, it can be anything. Like proven track record, you have established your success stories, availability. So, see, let's say a senior person will hardly give 10 minutes to a person because he's all, but if you're going to give a full time, that could be a unique, because there are clients who want to feel valued. Even they don't, it's not, sometimes there are, see, depends on the clients also, and that's where the unique selling proposition gets clicked. But you need to establish yourself what you are, and it's not just a promise. It's never a promise. If unique selling it's just not a promise, and if you don't fulfill it, and that's not your unique selling proposition. Unique selling proposition, if you tell it and you do it 100%, 100% commitment to that. No jokes. Otherwise, your reputation will be spoiled completely. You're out of business. Period. Right? So USP plays a very, very significant role. 100%. No doubt on it. There are senior lawyers who are very challenged. They might be good, but now, okay, post pandemic, they are okay opening Zoom and all. But probably for that also they need a junior to assist and set it all those things. But if you're going to be available anytime, availability, that also matters, right? Availability, sometimes multilingual, that also could be a good. So it depends on person to person and what value you bring to the table at the end of the day. That's called the unique selling proposition. So that is very vital for any lawyers, because that's what differentiates them from the other person who might they want to go to. So that's the turning view, whether I should go to A or B. A has that unique, and that's what I want, and that's why I'm going to go to A.
That's really interesting. Like a lawyer has figured out the unique selling proposition. Now the next step is how to
Figure out is very
maximize.
difficult. To figuring
Okay.
out is the key point. That's where the work comes, because people are not always they don't know how what is unique. People many I don't know how many people they know the word unique selling proposition also is a question. It's a completely business term. Maybe people who know a little bit of they at least they know the term, but again, what applies to their particular genre or the type of specialized business, then that's where, even when it comes to two real estate advocates, then I'm also specialized in real estate and you are also specialized in real estate. So what is the USP? Who should I choose? Those things also matters. If you come to me, I will 100% guarantee one. There is no zero opinions that has gone wrong. Ever. If one opinion goes wrong, I will 100% refer, and also we will take care of the entire expenses of the wrong. So who will they come to? They want safety, man. They want safety. Client wants safety. Opinion. That's why they are investing in that opinion, right? So
Now you were talking like not many lawyers really know the meaning of USP. So my next question is that now how can those lawyers who really do not have the business acumen or who do feel that do not have the business skills can really leverage their business into a scalable business?
ideally, see, when they don't know, they need to learn. When let's say any industry, either they need to learn. That is one. So depends on the size of the business. Let's say if the person is a big law firm and one of the partners, they don't need to invest in much of learning. Probably they don't need to choose the right person to handle those things. Hire them. Okay, that is one way. Second way is learning. If you can't invest much on regular hire like hiring, consulting will cost. Law firm consulting will be law firm management consulting, and those kind of things cost more than coaching, right? So it depends on person. It varies ideally. So coaching is more of you trying to learn and you implement it, whereas consulting is more about you get the solution and you implement with the help of the expertise in the field. So ideally, either two of it you have to do. That's only two options. So for an affordable thing, they try to learn and then they try to implement it. Very simple. Just like if you don't know law, what you do, you go and learn it. And you implement it in your case. Simple.
That's right. Like learning is the key. Now the next question is that now how can these lawyers or law firms really maximize the power of digital branding and marketing in the social media age?
Digital marketing, I will never say, because lawyers can't do marketing. But being digitally present is something they can do. Being digitally present is different from digital marketing, because lawyers can't do. If they do, and they'll be out of work. Have you ever seen ads of lawyers? We don't. We see of other But ideally, lawyers can't do marketing, but instead of being thinking like a marketer, they should become edupreneurs. They should educate people. That's where the credibility also increases. They should start educating people. Either see, each person is different. One person good in writing, so probably they can write about it and then publish articles and then post those things, because people, when they see it and it's getting published and they see it, okay, it adds credibility to them. Leave 100 other people, their own circle, and let's say everyone will have 100 contacts in their phone. So when they see, okay, Shrishti has published an article, they feel, oh, she's in this field. That credibility increases, right? And credibility is not one time thing. It's a consistent effort. It's a consistent effort. They will see that one post and then they will forget the next month. They will forget the next month. You have to be in the mind of people. If you want a case, I'll tell you, you all of you just write it down. Okay, very, very important. Very, very important. The costliest real estate in the world is mind space. If you are able to get into the head of another person and they know you are the lawyer, they know, you get business, you get the client. And if you are not there in their mind, you will not. So getting into their mind and is first thing, and consistently having that, improving your credibility in their mind is a game changer. Consistent work, and you have to be approachable. So I know this senior counsel, I know he's credible, but I'm not able to approach him. Then they don't get business from me. I will give the business to someone else. So being approachable is very important. Being approachable, being accessible, right? So how many platforms? So are you there on LinkedIn? When you go and Google your name, so someone refers me, Chanchal Das, right? So if I go and type to Chanchal Das in Google, generally what comes is first LinkedIn. If you want to go and try Vishal Subhas, first thing will be LinkedIn and other things, right? Your website, everything matters. So being there is also important. So being digitally present. So I will not say digital marketing. Digital marketing is not for lawyers, but it's being digitally present and consistently you being more educational in your ways of present and building credibility by showcasing your expertise and giving value to them by actually educating them and giving them awareness, right? So, and branding, see, branding is about, it's not in other fields you will talk about logos and colors and designs and being there, but ideally branding, what I see is who you are. When I know, if I close my eyes and think, okay, if the name Shrishti comes, I know she is the person behind Wakajana, the complete person behind the doing a lot of educational content by bringing experts in and trying to give a legal content for people. So she's doing that. So I know. So right. So that what people remember you as is simply branding. What? So getting in the space is one thing, but what they remember you as. So you post left, right, center. So one day you write about traveling, and one day you talk about real estate, and one day you talk about law, and one day you talk about food. People will get confused. Who are you? What you're doing? Right? People are passionate about a lot of things. I'm not saying no. So if it's a personal, keep it personal. When it comes to professional, especially like something like a LinkedIn, you don't. And if you're a lawyer and you're targeting those kind of, then the things, everything has to be. You don't need family inside LinkedIn. You don't need family inside LinkedIn. They're not your potential. You can talk to them separately. Not at all necessary. In first person people when they join line, they all add family, friends. Not at all required. In fact, LinkedIn will get confused and suggest you different things. If you're there on LinkedIn, you will know. If not, then go and join LinkedIn first.
That's interesting to see, like the online events are really important. Now, coming to offline events, like networking events, what is the significance of these events for all these lawyers and law firms?
See, networking is something very fundamental for us. Very fundamental. So networking could be categorized probably into two, let's say. So one, you have a network of lawyers. That's where you can share knowledge, collaborate with people. Let's say I'm a trademark attorney and I don't handle patent. I'm not a patent agent. I can't sign. That's where I can collaborate. So being a part of this networking community will build trust, and also you will be able to network. Ideally, you will be able to meet people since you are part of that particular community. It's very important. So networking is very important. Having a if you are going to court and then having a cup of chai with a lawyer, it's networking. But don't have chai with the same person every day. Don't utilize with someone else. Okay, and giving card. I've seen many lawyers. They come distribute their cards, left, right, center. It will nothing will come. In fact, my credibility level goes down when you do that. Nothing will. Instead, talk to two people. Talk to two people enough. The event is for 1.5 hours or 1 hour. Just talk to two people. Make good relationship with them. Identify where you can collaborate, where they can give you or where you can give. That's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens. So relationship, building a strong relationship, and following up. So you meet them and then you don't and leave it like that, then that also goes for waste. So you follow up, meet again after the meeting, after the event. You try to meet them in a week, either online. Now it's become very easy. Today you're joined, everyone has joined online Zoom. You can also do a Zoom meet. Try to understand more, right? So networking plays a significant role. That's when it comes to lawyers. Other than that, if you see, ideally you need to understand who's your ideal customer. So for a trademark person, it's business related people. For a real estate person, people in the real estate sector could be a good sector where they can generate business. So networking with the right ideal sector is also a complete game changer. So networking is of two types. So meeting with your own side kind of people and also the clientele. So both will give you business if you do it right.
Now, my last question to you is like, what do you think would be the concluding remarks on this topic and how people can contact you for this networking and everything?
My concluding remark is you need to know where you are going. You need to know when you have a right person who can guide you to take you, why not? Invest in right things. So much of money is wasted on unnecessary things. Right? We buy iPhones and costly phones and not required. You need a phone. You need a good phone. But when you invest it right, you can buy multiple phones. So where you invest. When you invest, you're going to make money. It's a good investment. When you put money and it's not going to depreciate, it's not a good investment. So ideally, what I will suggest is, I'm not saying come to me. If you know a person who can guide you, take it. More than a lawyer, why you should go for a law firm coach is because your growth is their growth. If you understand, you understand. Because only if you grow, they also grow. Correct? So if my 25, 30 clients grow, then I grow. Right? So they make crores of money, I also make. So invest in the right person. So if you're going to think a person who's in the same field as you, who's going, they will do. They are not saying no. They will do, but up to what point? Up to what interest? You call them at any time? Can and every do you think every week you will have sessions and follow-ups and hand-holding process? No, not at all. You can ask one doubt in 1 month. After third month, they will stop taking your calls because they also have things to do, right? So your journey is your journey, but I'm a person who's taking lawyers for their growth journey, and their growth is my growth.
It's really interesting session, and we are just going to conclude it. And thank you so much, Mr. Vishal, for this interesting session. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye and take care.